Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. In this video, I'm going to be installing a single handle Delta kitchen faucet. Guys, check out the plumbing playlist that I have for the other faucet installs. I have a few of them at this point. A faucet install, in my opinion, is a relatively simple job. There's no fabrication involved for the most part, so I think this is a very DIY friendly job. So what we'll do now is look at our setup. Alright, this is our setup. I thought I was missing a piece for the faucet, so since I was already here, I went ahead and I put the sink in. In general, the sink will already be in before you put in the faucet, so at least the monstrosity that I'm gonna have to deal with is going to be more geared towards those just replacing the faucet instead of a whole new reno like I have here. But with that in mind, what we'll do now is material and tools. Alright, this is the materials list. So this is our faucet here. It has the weight, the parts to install this, so I'll figure this out as we go along. Now, for some reason, this specific faucet doesn't have a base plate. I don't know if it's missing or it doesn't come with it for this specific model of faucet, but in either case, the homeowner doesn't want to use a base plate. Guys, this is the materials list. So what we'll do now is the tools list. Alright, this is the tools list for this job. So a 5/8 open end box end wrench, 10-inch crescent wrench, Phillips screwdriver, PEX cutters, work light, and then an extension cord. Guys, this is all we need for the tools on this job since there is no fabrication required. So let's install this faucet. Okay, so we have our faucet. This is the sponge that I guess is supposed to be the bottom gasket. So for this here, that comes off. I'm assuming the sticky side goes to the bottom of the faucet. Alright, so put your lines in. Now this faucet doesn't actually come with a base plate. Alright, so this here is going to go like this. It will go over the threaded stud. It'll go up to the very top, and then the brass nut will go on next. Tighten the brass nut, and then these screws here, the two Phillips, will be the last thing to be installed. Okay, so the block has to go all the way up to the bottom of the countertop, and then the brass nut will be tightened on next. We'll see if I have enough space. It might have actually been better if the sink was put in first, because if this block pushed the sink back, then it wouldn't be centered in the hole. So if you pull on the lines, it'll help keep the faucet in place as you tighten up the brass nut. So push the wand hose up, and then the wrench will be able to fit on, and then you can tighten up the nut. And then tighten up the nut as tight as you can get it. And now I'm going to use a Phillips screwdriver. You can also use a socket. I don't know what size this socket would be off the top of my head. And now with the block tightened up a little bit, go back to the wrench. And see if we can tighten up the nut a little bit more. That looks to be okay. now the wand hose in the middle can be pulled back down. Alright, I'm going to connect the wand hose. So the wand hose in this case is this fiber hose that has a white end. The other end has two O-rings. So the weight will go over, and then the two ends will just snap together. And then we have this blue piece, this bracket, that's going to go over the two ends. Give it a tug to make sure it's fine. And that is it for the wand hose. Alright, pull up the wand hose. You see how it moves up and down, so that is simple enough. So now the hot and cold need to be connected. Alright, so we have our two lines coming down. This is the hot, this is the cold. The hot has the red on it. So for this faucet, you need to cut these lines down. So my recommendation is go a little bit more. I'll go down to the bottom of this ring. And then with PEX cutters, now with the faucet comes two plastic washers. So as you can see, this one is tapered downward. The taper is going to go down towards the stop. Now if you cut your lines too short, you are hooped. Unless you can get a coupling for this, but let's not even do that. If you're unsure, just make sure that it's longer. So slide the nuts on top. The thread side will be down. Slide the washer and make sure your cut is straight. Alright, so I'm going to use a 10-inch crescent wrench. The back wrench, an 8-inch crescent wrench is fine. And then tighten down the nut. The nut at the top is going to be 5/8. Now because the plastic washer is only plastic, you don't have to be overly aggressive about this. Tighten it until you feel resistance, and then the real test will be when the lines are pressurized. Since the stops are off right now, there is no water going through them, but the real test is when the stops are on but the faucet's not being used. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the cold now. For these plastic supply lines with these plastic ferrules, I think the key thing that you need to keep in mind here is make sure that when you are tightening the nut down onto the stop, that the line is straight. If it's crooked, you can have a leak, and they don't give you extra plastic ferrules. I'm sure you can get more at the store, but why go to the store if you don't need to? So when you're installing your faucet, make sure this and this are parallel. You see how this in here and the tile are parallel? It'll look better if everything is straight, opposed to this portion being too far back or too far forward. So if you want a better idea of what these looks like, so this is the hot, the red, and then the blue is the cold. If you do this backwards, and you're just going to cross your faucet. So pull out the hand wand in and out. Make sure that it's not catching on anything on the inside. I will turn on the stops. Yeah, the stops are turned on. Alright, because it's all redone in PEX, you don't need to take off the aerator. If you still have copper lines, it's always a good idea to flush out your lines, but we'll turn it on. Alright, water's getting warm. Our two sprayers. Now one thing I've noticed, there's a slight gap here, so they drilled the hole a little bit too close. Now since the block is already as far this way as it's going to come, there's nothing I can do. If this is a problem, then I would say put silicone between the sponge gasket and the countertop. Alright, to check for leaks, you're going to check above the stop. So this line here, and then that line over there. Once again, because they're plastic ferrules, I don't think you have to go overly aggressive with them. But it's better be tighter than not so tight. And I see drip on my trap. Anyways, that's it for this faucet. Easy peasy. What we'll do now is an overview of this job. Alright guys, so that concludes this job. So a faucet, in my opinion, is relatively straightforward. It's simple. The one problem that you will run into is the lack of space, but I mean, it's not anything that is going to be overly difficult to contend with. The one thing on this faucet that I wasn't expecting was that the water lines have to be cut down. In my opinion, go a few inches longer so you have a little bit of flexibility, and it's going to look better than if you have a long amount of line left. If you're unsure, just leave a longer amount, so if you have a problem, then you have a way to cut back. But if you cut it too short, I'm sure there is a way to fix it, but let's just do things right the first time. The time on this job. The time was about an hour. At least that's what I'm going to say for a ballpark for most of the time. I didn't have to remove an old faucet. This one was tight, but it wasn't anything that, at least for me, was more difficult than other installs. I've had it where the current faucet was like rusted on, and that was problematic. But in this case, since this is a renovation, there was no previous faucet to take out. The cost of this job. The faucet was customer supplied. I did look at the cost, and the cost currently for this faucet is roughly $700. This is actually, it's an expensive faucet. It's Delta, so in my opinion, it's reputable. I hope that this particular Delta faucet is worth the money long term. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope something here is going to help you on your project when you need to go ahead and do that. Guys, till next time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next project.